It took a while to get here, but I finally have another Jacko guide for you all. The last one was on how to play neutral and use servants effectively, and this one is going to be about pressure and offense. By the end of this video, you should have an understanding of how to structure Jacko's pressure with and without servants in play. Let's get right into it. To first get a basic understanding of the framework of our pressure and offense, let's begin with no servants in play. Starting with our 5p, we have a frame trap with 6p from 2p or 5p. Or we can true string just by doing gatlings, and you can end a true string with a 6h, which will maintain gapless and also push them very far away. But note that this only works from the close hit. The 6h far hit will not do the same thing. And as a stagger option, we can always run back up for another close slash or a throw if you're close enough. It's obviously less effective the farther you are. And yeah. So next we have 6p. Our frame trap option is going to be our 236k. And our escape option is going to be 236p held into runaway. I recommend using the dash macro if you want to do this quickly. Next we have our 5k2k. Our frame trap is going to be a delayed 2d or a 236k. Our true string is going to be going straight into 2d. And once again, off the close hit of 6h, it is true. Our stagger and reset option is going to be doing like a 2k and do 2k and do 2k. This is harder to do after a 5k, but still works the same way. And another reset option is, of course, going right in for another close slash or a throw. And we also, of course, have the Gatling option, the universal Gatling into 5d as a cheeky, unsafe overhead. Next, we have our 2d. Our frame trap option is our 236k. This is our only frame trap option after this. We have no true string after this, and we have no stagger reset option after this. I would really only recommend either canceling to 236p and running away, or canceling into the frame trap. Speaking of our 236k, let's quickly go over how this works. This is very important to keep ourselves safe. So there are no frame traps or true strings after this, and you should always be canceling this into our 236p. It's a special move that can be canceled into other special moves. And we have a couple options after this, even though it seems kind of... it seems like we have a lack of options, but we have different ways to engage with our 236p. So first we have our escape option, which is going to be the held into the 4-4 that we saw multiple times before. So that could look something like this. And we run, or we can do 236p held into a 7, which is a back, and we can do servant stuff after that. So let's say we have this, something like that. And so we have a pressure option, which is risky, but it'll catch a lot of people off guard, or we have our general escape option. Next, we have the pillar of our offense. We have our close slash. Our frame trap option is going to be delayed into far slash, or delayed into 5h, or delayed into 2h. Our true string is going to be going straight into far slash, or 5h, or 2h. And our stagger reset option is going to be close slash into close slash, or close slash into throw. And our Gatling, of course, we talked about this before. We have a cheeky, unsafe overhead by going straight into the 5D. Let's talk about the far slash next. So we have a frame trap. It's an auto frame trap going to 2H. We have a delayed frame trap by going far slash into delayed 5H. And we have a stagger reset option where you can go directly into 2K. This is a little riskier than other things, but it will catch a lot of people off guard, especially since you're always threatening this big frame trap option with the 2H. So it actually works pretty often, honestly. Next, we have our 5H. We have no frame trap option after this because a lot of the time you'll be pushed way too far away. There's no option to go for the 236k here. And true strings, we also have none. Once again, no way to actually do anything. But you will see that we have the same options that we had before off the 236k, where we have two options on 236p. First, of course, we can do the runaway, or we can do the 7 thing that we were talking about before. So next we have 2H. This is going to be our big frame trap of our far slash that leads to a really high reward, but a lot of the time they are going to block it. So our frame trap is going to be into a delayed 236k. Our true string is just going to be straight into 236k. Our stagger reset is going to be, once again, the 236p. We have the escape option, and we have the stagger of this. Now it's time for what you all came for. Servants behind the opponent. What kind of options do we have? So immediately I want you to know that our mix now is going to be really focused on strike and throw, not really frame trapping, right? So first important thing to know is that 2K2D is the way where you never hit your minion. You low profile it and you never touch it. Any other block string, you're pretty much always going to touch it. And recognize that your opponent or your servant goes away after 2 hits. So that's why 2K2D is so valuable. Next, let's talk about the block string. So 2 and 4K, when I have it behind, is going to leave you about plus 15, I believe. And it's going to close the distance and let you go for a strike and throw option. And your general ones are going to be delay into close slash or throw. And you can also true string with 2K. If you think that they're just holding jump, you can true string that, no gap whatsoever. And if they're trying to jump or backdash, they will get rolled. So after you get them to block a close slash or a 2K from these strike options that I was telling you, you can walk forward and tick throw after it. So it's kind of multi-layered. And if the close slash hits inside of a servant, then you actually have a couple different options. It changes the frame data a little bit. So let me show you what this might look like. All right, you see how the minion bounced right off him while he was inside. Let's try to emulate this real quick so I can show you the different options. So first, our tick throw is going to be a lot faster. That compared to our normal one where we have to wait. So that it's going to make it a lot more unreactable. And next, we can actually true string. Let me show you this by setting this to 5K. We can true string this by going close slash into 2K. This is embarrassing. There we go. True string into 2K. Or this is going to be a lot easier. Close slash into close slash is an auto frame trap even on 3 frame moves like Souls 5K. So keep this in mind when you have the thing behind them. When the minion is behind them, as you hit them, they're going to start getting closer and closer to the minion. And after your clap, once you're close enough to them, they'll be right in front of you. And if you hit the minion inside of them, then you have these extra options. Once more, you have the close slash into close slash frame trap. You have the close slash into 2K true string. And you have close slash into fast tick throw. Now that we have a better understanding of Jacko's pressure, let's try to apply these into a real game scenario by showing you some sequences. So let's say we have our minion behind. We're going to do 2K2. Let's go over the first sequence. So I'm going to avoid showing you guys just general strike throw things. I'm going to be showing you guys something a little bit more advanced. Let's go into slow-mo for this. So I get him with 2K2D. Plus 15 right there, close slash frame trap into another close slash frame trap into a stagger 2K2D into a 236K frame trap into our getaway option and hitting them with another minion. For the second setup, we're going to be showing you how to do an effective throw sequence. So let's show what we just did. 2K2D to get in. We're going to clap to become plus 15, close slash frame trap. 2K jailed, plus 15 again, close slash frame trap into a tick throw off of the close slash while threatening to do another clap because they were inside of the minion. And let's go over one final sequence as a bonus for the people that are still around. So we already know about the frame advantage that you get when you hit the servant inside of the opponent. And there's one Gatling that I haven't actually tested before until now. So let's quickly go over it. I'm saying so a lot. Close slash into 5D. Look how long that takes. That's mega reactable. But in a situation where the opponent is thinking about strike throw, that's ridiculously fast. That's a held 5D. And on top of that, I tested this. It catches backdash for some reason. And unfortunately, it doesn't catch jump. It'll just force them to block. But can't have everything. Wait. All right, after further testing, don't worry, it's not broken. It doesn't catch Souls 4 frame 5P. Back to the video. So although you would always rather have the opponent sandwich between you and your servant like this, there are times where it's just not going to happen. Sometimes your servant is going to be there either due to the movement of the servant or your opponent or you even, but you really need to be able to adapt to these situations. So when the minion is in front, You have two basic options that you want to go for if you're planning on utilizing the servant. Of course, you can always just ignore the servant. Let's take that off. But you have two different options you want to go for. So first, you can use the servant to extend a move. Emphasis on a single move. So if you do an entire block string, you're just going to push the opponent too far away and you're not going to get any value from the servant. But it can be used to extend a single move, such as a 2D into a block string like that, or a / into a block string like that, or any kind of normal, but generally you want it to be the spaced out ones like a 2D or a /. And the other option you can go for is going for a 5k into IAD JH clap. And I know these options vary greatly in skill required to do them. So obviously the first one you should be going for more often, and it's not spacing dependent. It's just extending your turn with a better starter. The other option, however, is pretty spacing dependent. You want to be like here, because if you're too up close, then your JH won't work. You can go straight for a clap, but you're not really going to get a confirm off of it. That's a little less true, but it could also work. You can actually combine the two options if you have enough meter to make it a little more consistent. So like, let's say that I am engaging with a 2D into a clap, 2D clap, then the 5k, like that. This costs 2 claps, obviously, and by the end of it, your minion will disappear, but that will catch a lot of people. And if you have the meter for it, sure, why not? Go for it. Finally, let's talk about using servants in the corner. So your servant is going to be in front of the opponent. Obviously, you can't steal the corner, at least not yet. The attack's not there. But there are some things you don't need to worry about, such as doing a full block string. Now I'm fine, because the minion will always be able to clap. It's always going to be close enough because they're trapped in the corner. But you just saw there that I do have to worry about hitting my minions and making sure that I don't hit them too many times. Just that simple block string, I hit the minion twice, and he is disappearing. Fortunately, though, we no longer have to go for our cheap options, such as just like extending a single block string. Now we can go back to doing strike throw. And what you just saw there was me doing the close slash inside of the opponent like we did in mid-screen. But unfortunately, the options are not the same in the corner. Close slash and a close slash doesn't work anymore. We'll just go over what does work. So close slash and a tick throw still works, as I just showed you. It's great. Our main frame trap option now is going to be close slash and a 5p. That's going to be the truest frame trap. You can also go for a close slash into 2k, but it's only going to work on 5 frames or slower. And if you want to be able to frame trap anything and not have to having to worry about it, you can just do the regular close slash and delayed far slash. And for our true string options, we have non-delayed far slash or non-delayed 2D. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. A lot of the same concepts that apply mid-screen when the minion is behind apply directly in the corner with your strike throw game, except now it's going to be a lot harder to not hit your minions. And that's all I've got. So thank you so much for tuning this video. This is the second of many Jacko videos to come. If that's what you want to see, please show this video some love. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. If you want notifications of future streams and videos, join the community Discord. It's the best place to suggest videos and ask me questions directly. I also stream on Twitch, so if you want to see me live in action, follow me over there. If you want to support what I do, consider following my Patreon, or joining, I believe is the correct term. Once again, thanks for supporting my content. See you soon. Until we meet again, that's all I've got. Bye-bye.